What is up, beautiful souls? I've got a download. I think it's beautiful today because to be human is to have challenges. And if you stumbled across this, there's probably something in there for you. Hopefully. When I sat down to do the meditation, the first thing that I saw was a stop sign. So I'll be using that as the thumbnail today. So if that grabbed your attention, it's probably something for you. Bear with me. My auto writing, it's not always the most comprehensive. I can't always comprehend it. I can't always read it. But let's get into it. Hard things don't come without challenges. It's designed that way. We know you've heard it before. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But it's completely true. Keep this in mind. I'll come back to that. Moreover, dear soul, we want to remind you it was designed this way. With every challenge comes a new set of skills waiting to be discovered. Even more important is the keen awareness and development that comes from the fine-tuning of your discernment. Now coming back up here, if it were easy, everyone would do it, right? The level of hard you choose. You choose. Yes, we said you choose. It's only a paradigm of an aspect of the soul under development. Chaos, complexity, turns, and upheavals add to the dynamic of any given lesson. It's the unique perspective that only you and the divine sacredly share. Right? There's a saying like, only you and God knows. Only God knows. The expansion of awareness that comes from identifying one from the other, a duality. We want to remind you, while many will and have pled, I never chose this level of hard. You indeed did, for it is compartmentalized and complex to the gauge of wisdom you chose to seek out. I'm being intervened right now. We want if it's still hard, it's because you haven't made it through. Somebody need to hear that. Even those lessons that may seem so simple can carry an amplitude of epiphanies. Which brings us to the next point. Please never get carried away judging your hards to another's. Even those who seem to have it all together struggle with their own. What's important to remember is that this endeavor has never been meant to break you, but to develop you. When faced with life's hards, we ask that you remember a past challenge you have conquered. We know you have many. Look how far you've come. But even more importantly, when you reflect on that hard thing, do you see the wisdom that has been imprinted on your DNA, your soul? That's the work that crosses over into lifetimes and beyond the veil. This is why you came, to help liberate and embrace the sovereignty of your soul. For you cannot know the level of liberation or your own sovereignty without knowing that which bounds and restricts the aspect to that which you wish to free. Indeed, you are free. But how would you know that if you didn't know or discern one from the other? These are just some words that were thrown out there and some oppositions that came to me. The oppression versus empowerment, suppression versus freedom, possession versus liberation. Things like addiction to that detachment, limitation to ever expansion, not to be misconstrued with root causes. The point lies in this. For every hard comes a resounding no. K-N-O-W, a knowing. If you choose to stick through to the end, it is indeed true. You will know you've made it through. And then they gave me the quote from Dr. Joe Dispenza. A memory without the emotional charge is called wisdom. If you're still being emotionally charged, you may not have made it through yet. Don't give up. Keep going. We also would like to end with this. While the hard is very real, it is also very temporary. No hero or heroine was developed or was delivered the title without first triumphing over something hard. This is what makes you different from the victim. And if you're listening to that, indeed, they're talking to you. You are so much stronger than you know. You are so much more courageous than you know. You are so much more than this experience. And that's why you are undergoing such trial. To show you who you are. On all the many energetic waves. Keep going. Know you are loved and supported. Your triumph is on the other side of surrendering and trust. Love is your light, and the light leads you to truth. And you are all of these. Don't lose faith. Don't lose sight. You are so very loved. And I just want to add one thing I've learned about, one thing that really resonates with that. When I do my own reflection of the things that I've done in my life that are hard, it's interesting because it's very true. Like every obstacle or every different turbulation of life hard, right? I think of it as kind of like our karmic lessons. It will keep on being delivered to us. The same lesson will be delivered to us until we learn from it and break from that. Good or bad, right? Like there's a life I'm loving to live. That's the part I don't really necessarily want to break from. But the hard parts that I no longer have to face because I feel like I've graduated that doesn't mean that there's not more hards in my life to overcome, if you're following what I'm putting down. But it is interesting because each hard brings a new set of skills, a new understanding. And it's still hard, right? Like there's a different level. It's still hard. It's not easy, but it's a different kind of hard. And I think that's so important to remember as we experience these new levels or things that are being approached to us, that we are working to graduate. That's my own little two-piece to that. It's interesting, just interesting. Like I would say, overcoming trauma bonding, or the Stockholm syndrome, if you've ever been in that toxic relationship dynamic, when you graduate that lesson versus which is interesting, right? Like versus breaking another addiction. It's interesting because the dynamic of the two are actually very similar, but hold a different frequency, right? Anyway, I'm kind of rambling. I just want to say I love you guys. And whatever hard you're facing, whether that is trying to conquer a goal or, this is important too. So important. One thing I have learned, and I know it's kind of cliche, but there's so much truth in it. Going forward, whatever you are overcoming, the secret is all energetic, my loves. Make sure you put all of your energy to that which you want. That's the secret. All different energetic realms, all different energetic paradigms, all the different energetic lessons. But whatever it is that you are here looking to triumph or overcome, put the energy towards that versus that which keeps you bound and restricts your energy. Okay, I love you guys so much. Really do. And until next time, namaste.